Nobody said a word about it.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Give people a minute to come on here. Yeah, did you end up getting the snow, MJ? We got a lot of snow here.
Yeah, we got like probably 4 inches yesterday. That screwed up my husband's day. And then we had snow this morning. It snowed most of the day, but it wasn't that like irritating. It was just more pretty than anything, but he still had to go out in it. So he was a little grumpy. He's ready. He's ready for spring.
That whole snow thing is madness.
I love it. I love snow.
Who thought of that?
Okay, so we are what episode is this now? I think this is our 13th.
19.
This is our 13th show, right?
Wow.
The episode number.
Is it really?
I think so, yeah.
Lucky 13.
Yeah.
So so sorry for those of you that we got a number of people in here now. So sorry we missed last week, but couldn't help it. So we're back. Today we're talking about episodes 19 through 21. We're getting towards the end of season 2 here. So these were some pretty eventful episodes. So again, as in the banner, guys, please no spoilers beyond season 2, episode 21.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's get into it. So the first one is SOS.
Yeah.
Our first Rose Bernard story. What'd you think of this, MJ?
Well, I'll tell you what. So I watched it the first time 2 weeks ago, and then I kind of forgot, for talking points, I didn't make any notes. So I decided to rewatch it and I was making dinner and doing my nails and stuff like that. So I had it playing on my phone and I started taking notes again. And at first I was going to say it's my least favorite of the 3, but I kind of take that back now because there were some things I might have missed or may have not picked up on. So I have notes going through it. So this episode definitely established in the beginning that Bernard is irritating. That's full stop.
Yeah.
That's full stop. I get where he's coming from, that he wants to save people, that he wants to have this big, effort to put, SOS in the sand for somebody to come and save them, to get them off the island. But his micromanaging was just getting under my skin a little bit. And he equated the kitchen on the beach with them giving up. He's like, you people created a kitchen on the beach. We should be creating a way to get off this island. But obviously, we don't know yet how that is going to transform as the episode goes along. But he just gets very irritating to me. Let's see. Locke tries. Okay, and then it zooms into Locke trying to recreate the image that he saw when all the lights went out in the hatch, which is very interesting because I think the last episode we get a little bit more as to where everything is on the map. Henry is still locked up. We still are engaging with Henry, and he's now on a hunger strike. And he's holding out. He's not saying much, and he's just being maroon. He's just being a goofball. And Jack goes in and tries to change his wound dressing, and Henry says, and he's whispering, and Jack's like, did you say something? Did you say something? And Henry's like, they'll never give you Walt. So Walt is really important to the others. And for Henry to know this, I want to know why. I mean, I have an idea why Walt is important, but how do they know that Walt is so important? How do they know? None of that this week, guys.
Well, they can't give up Walt because at this point Walt is too tall and he can't play Walt anymore. That's the real reason they can't give up.
And then, okay, so does anybody want to talk about any of those talking points before I move on?
Well, I would say that all the other survivors agree with MJ that he's irritating because they all stopped working. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
will say that even though he's irritating, I do make a point of saying it's a beautiful scene on the beach when they're both when that bit where she tells him that she was
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
oh, okay.
We're not there yet.
We're in that episode.
Yeah.
But
Hello.
there's I'll just sum up quickly just by saying there is something endearing about how he feels about her, even though he's clearly terrible manager and
Terrible.
should not have been involved in getting the SOS thing going. But as far as his relationship with her, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And they show the relationship by her having her vehicle breakdown. He stops to help. They have some electricity, and she is the aggressor and says, "Would you like to have a cup of coffee one day?"
Yeah.
And that's how it goes, and that's how it starts. And they're showing this. I guess it's like a mismatch of not loyalty, but maybe energy, because he's trying to rally the troops to try and get a rescue mission going, and she's stocking the shelves. And he's saying, well, Jack's not here. Jack's not the president, so he doesn't have to, lay down the law. He's just a doctor. And she cuts him down and says, well, you're just a dentist. So, there's a little bit of, and he's questioning, why aren't you on my side? Why aren't you taking my side on this? And we learn why kind of later. Then I found out that Bernard is 56 on the show. And I was just like, oh my God. Because he looks much older.
Does he say his age? I forget.
Yes. When he's proposing, he said, I've been alone for 56 years of my life.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's not, the face doesn't match the number. Like, come on,
It
man.
doesn't. Yeah.
No, he looks like he's 67. No offense to the actor that plays Bernard. No offense. So go ahead.
I was just going to say, it is interesting to bounce off what you were saying. It is interesting how he, because when he was in the, what do they call it? The tailies were by themselves.
Yes.
He was totally deferential in that group. Like before he knew, unlike Rose, who was always saying that she knew that Bernard was alive. We never heard, Bernard was not talking about that until he asked, when he met our castaways, he asked if they had seen a woman that looked like her. But once he got there, once he's back with Rose, and then he had a mission, then he's totally changed. He's like not Mr. Deferential anymore. He's trying
Well, I think it's because he wants to get Rose back home.
Yeah.
Because here on this island, there's no medical care for her.
Yeah.
And he feels like she's just going to die sooner here on this island. Yeah. I need to get her home. I think that's why he was so desperate.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, I'd say that the idea of putting an SOS sign on the beach is not a bad one.
It's not a bad idea.
His approach of having to go at everyone is a bad one. And so the way he does it is bad. But it is, if you watch it without knowing Rose's motivation, it is weird how off she is with him, because you're like, well, why are you being so funny with him? But obviously it's because she doesn't want to leave the island. But you don't know that through the episode. By the time when she does reveal it, you're like, all right, fair enough. That's why you're being so weird. Because from his point of view, you are thinking, well, I'm just putting a SOS on the beach. Why are you like dissing what I'm saying and saying things like, well, you're just a dentist and all that, because it is a bit weird that she's been so off with him. But obviously it's explained at the end.
Right. It's almost like there's two narratives going. So we have Bernard's narrative happening over here, and Rose has hers, and they haven't meshed just yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else that we want to talk about?
Constance says the character actors always look older.
They always do.
What if I was a character actor?
Especially with
you would
look 10 years older than you are now.
Wow.
MJ,
you would still look 25, MJ.
MJ, you'd be a leading lady.
I'd be what?
A leading lady.
I don't know if I could be a leading lady, but I'd be an indie actress, that's for sure.
I have to say, I did kind of get Bernard though, because I do think it's a very human thing to just need to do something to better your situation,
Yeah.
So I really was kind of on Bernard's side in the beginning when he's like, I got to do something, like everything else failed. Let's try again. And it is weird. Like your plane crashed in the middle of the Pacific and your chore is clean the kitchen. It's kind of, I don't know. Yeah. So I did feel like, it's really his pissy attitude that was the problem. But
yeah,
I think it would have been nice.
And that got worse through the episode, didn't it? Because at first you're like, oh yeah, cool, that makes sense what you're saying, and then you're like, shut up, man. You're getting irritated. You won't want to be on the island with him, but at the beginning you're like, yeah, get it, totally with you.
Yeah, I wish some of the other actors had the other characters had kind of like tried to take him aside and be like, yo, actually, this is a good idea, but you're just being an asshole. So
the fact that Jin understood that he was barking orders and nobody was taking him up on it, that he walked away, like that should speak volumes. Like if you're not even in the same language, do you know what I mean? And Jin is like, dude, I'm out, bye.
Nobody speaks to me like that. I have no idea what you're saying.
Right. And then he goes over, so Bernard goes over to Charlie and Mr. Echo, and he's like, hey, we need some help. And he's like, no. And then Charlie gets back at he gets back that they are building he gets mad that they were building a church when they should be getting saved. And Mr. Echo's like, people have different reasons how they get saved, and that was a good line. And then Bernard said a zinger, or was it him? Yeah, he said to Mr. Echo, I think I liked you better when you hit people with your stick. I died when I heard that one. That was so good. And Charlie's just like, dude, you do you. I'm over here. I'm helping Mr. Echo now.
Yeah,
which I thought was interesting because we haven't seen a lot of Charlie lately.
Talk about commitment to settling on the island, right? Building a
right, for sure.
It reminded me of when Ana Lucia was like, I liked you better when you were quiet. So no one likes that anymore, I guess.
He's growing on me. I'll say that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then we're back at the hatch. So the hatch scenes are really like the meat and potatoes of like these 3 episodes. So Locke is getting unhinged at Henry's silence is continuing. It's getting on his nerves. And he wants to know from Henry, did you push the numbers? Did you push the numbers? Tell me now, did you push the numbers? And Henry is just staring like in a Hannibal Lecter way, not blinking at all. And he just smirks.
But the smirk says loads.
That's it. He knows that he's pushing Locke's buttons. He knows how to get to Locke. He knows how to get under his skin. And that is made apparent. And then let's see. Sawyer says Pasadena. Sawyer just with those one-offs. I'm like, is that like an NFL call or something? Pasadena. Like, I don't know.
That one.
It was one of those weird things that he comes off with, like, hey Sawyer, how's it going? Or what do you have to say about this? And he's like, Pasadena. Like, whatever.
Would have gone over my head.
Yeah, Kate and Jack go into the jungle. Saeed said no, so he takes Kate with him. And Kate's like honored. She's like, wow, you took me. And he's like, well, I asked Saeed and he said no. And, Kate said that they were both damaged goods. And I thought that spoke volumes because technically, with their individual situations, they kind of are. ADHD Kate sees a doll in the jungle and has to run over and touch it after Jack says no.
That was so out of character for her.
You think?
Like she's so wary all the time of everything. I don't know.
Maybe
it just felt off for her to be like, "Ooh, a doll in the jungle."
Ooh. Maybe because it was a creepy doll in the jungle. But maybe they got hooked up in one of Russo's nets because it wasn't anything from the others or anything like that. And Jack made the comment. He's like, she's not going to be walking by here for weeks. We're going to be stuck here for a while. So those two decide to get their firearms and try to free themselves from the net, which is just ridiculous. And the cringe factor, like, okay, we already know that there's tension. There's so many different toxic traits coming into these relationships, and now they're stuck in the net like this close to each other. Like, sorry, I just don't like it's so hard to watch because I really just don't like either of them together. You know, like
Well, I'm pretty sure that net was actually set up by Ewoks because
ah,
that's their thing. And I kept expecting Ewoks to come out of the jungle and get them.
Michael,
but
we
it
don't
didn't
find
happen.
out about the Ewoks until season 4.
Oh, sorry,
Come
spoilers.
on.
Ewoks.
Their role is matchmakers. They're just there to get relationships going.
If the Ewoks showed up on camera and started breaking out into song, I would have been in high heaven. That would have been phenomenal. Jub. I would have loved it.
Yeah.
That was how the whole series ended, actually.
I can't wait.
Yub song.
Okay, so cringe happened. The shot, they're free. Okay, so here's where we get good. Here's where we get with some woo woo, right? So Rose and Locke are on the beach. So Locke needed a timeout. He's sitting at the ocean and checking everything out. Rose comes by and sits next to him, and she talks about his healing process. And she says, "You and I both know it's not going to take that long," regarding him being on his crutches.
Mm-hmm.
And they both had this thing with when they looked into each other's eyes, like, "I see you, like I see you." And it's like Matrix metaphysical island talk, because then we have a flashback where she drops her pills at the airport, locks in the wheelchair, picks them up and hands them to her.
Yeah, she remembers.
So she knows that the island has some healing abilities, and we're starting to get the vibe as to why she doesn't want to get rescued from the island.
It's interesting that she this is the first time she mentions it, that she knew that he used, like, well, how come she never mentioned before that she remembered him being in the wheelchair,
Well, she didn't mention it to him. She was talking about his current crutch situation.
Yeah.
But I think she alluded to it that, I think we both know it's not going to be that long that you're going to be, healing. Like, it's going to happen pretty fast. But yeah,
right.
We as viewers see that for the first time, but I don't know if they're actually having a conversation that, she saw him in a wheelchair.
But also, because she knows Locke's situation, it reinforces her feelings about her own situation, because she says to Bernard, well, I'd know if I feel. Also, her knowing that Locke's been healed definitely would make her feel like it's possible.
Yeah.
So I think that's another part of that.
It solidifies the faith belief system that this island can do things. Yeah, for sure. But we don't know exactly what she was diagnosed with, right? We just know that she was in remission and then it came back.
I think she said it was cancer.
Yeah, it was cancer. Yeah.
But did she say what kind of cancer?
No. I don't think so. No.
I don't think so.
Okay, and then so in the flashback, Bernard and Rose get married, and then he takes her on her honeymoon to Australia. She just wanted to go to a beach, but here they are in the outback, and they're on a wild goose chase because he is secretly taking her to a faith healer. So the faith healer meets with her. He puts his fingers out, and he's like, I can't help you. I can't help you. Meanwhile, there's a wall behind him with all of the pictures of thousands of people that he's helped. And he said, I can't help you. So I want to know, what did he see? That's just me.
And importantly, that was Wayne Pygram, who was Scorpius in Farscape.
Oh,
that made me very happy. I was very excited. I was like, oh my God, it's Scorpius. Yeah. But so maybe you put a little version of him inside Rose's mind, but that's a Farscape joke, you wouldn't know.
Okay, so why did I write this? Rose lied to Bernard.
Because
I wrote that down. Did she lie to him?
Yeah, she said that the guy healed her.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because he paid $10,000 to get there.
Right.
And she wanted him to stop as well. She wanted him to
stop trying to save her.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Because when the healer said he... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
When the healer said that he couldn't help, he offered to pay back the money.
Give the money back, right.
Rose said,
nobody would do that,
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was really interesting, that scene where because we know the island's got some woo-woo, and this healer claims that his spot where he is, right, it's got some woo-woo. So he harnesses whatever weird energy is there that he doesn't know exactly what it is, but that's how he heals people. He harnesses that energy, but then he tells her something to the effect of it. But this is not the kind of energy you need. Like you need a different kind of energy, I think he said.
Yeah.
You need to go to Woo Woo Island.
Yeah.
You need to go.
Yes. And what he said about the metaphysical, the geomagnetic, whatever, solidifies my theory that there is something with the island. So like the island is, as a character, snuck into this scene. Does that make sense?
Well,
You know?
Mike, wouldn't it be cool if the series was called Escape from Woo Woo Island?
No.
That was the original title, but they changed it.
No.
Couldn't trademark it.
And then Garrett, this one's for you. So you know, in that scene where they had, you know, they have like a couple episodes, they have like this kumbaya moment where they show, oh, you know, Jin is there with Sun and he's playing with her belly, and Hurley's there with Libby and blah 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 blah. Whoever the musicians are, they were playing the song "The Rose." Did you pick up on that?
No, I didn't pick that up.
Some say love, it is that song. And I'm like, oh, the Rose, because Rose the character.
Rose the character.
And
Yeah,
it was just a little snippet, but it triggered an earworm. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool what they just did.
Yeah, cool.
And then, so we have the kumbaya moment. Jack and Kate are, you know, in the woods. They're looking for the others. They camped out for the night. And Kate's like, do you think they're going to hear us? And he's like, oh, they can hear us. They see us, blah, blah, blah. And here comes a rush from the jungle. And they're not sure who it is, but here comes a torch. And it's Michael. And he crashes to the ground. And that's it. End of episode, whatever one that was.
Yes, that was the bit I was waiting for, because that moment before, because Michael interrupts an important bit of development between Kate and Jack.
Yeah, I'm sorry I kissed you. Well, I'm not sorry you kissed me. Whatever.
Which clearly MJ isn't a fan of, but that was an important thing as far as Jack has been quite standoffish, and he's like bringing her in more in that scene, and it looks like there's a lot more sort of pro Kate and Jack rather than Kate and Sawyer in that bit, and then Michael comes in to interrupt it. So I think that's quite an important scene in that sense.
The dumb scene
going forward. MJ, there's a lot more dumb scenes coming.
The dumb scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Kate and Jack find out about.
MJ is definitely on Team Sawyer, by the way.
Yes, I am. So that's where that episode ends. Do 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 do. And now we get into episode 20, and episode 20, like I didn't know what way to turn. I didn't know what way to look.
Yeah.
Well, episode 20 has, I think, probably the most shocking moment that the show ever had. I think there are other shocking moments in the show, but this might be the most shocking for me, because I remember when I first watched it, I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah. And when both those characters start entering the show, that's all you can think about. You're just thinking about that scene. Oh my god, that's coming up. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And think about me never seeing it before.
Yeah. You're probably like, what the hell? And you thought, poor Hurley, you know, because that's what we're all thinking, poor Hurley.
Yeah. Right. Oh man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like yell out loud when that scene happened, MJ?
It was like a slow motion thing, and it ended, and I'm trying to put the pieces together, and then I'm like, what is going to be the aftermath of this? And I'm trying to put the connections together in my head, and I'm like, oh my god, I had no idea. Okay, so we'll get into it, because probably people watching don't know what I'm talking about. Okay,
everybody knows what you're talking about.
Are you sure? It's just me. So Anna Lucia and her mama. So her mama is a good police officer, and she knows that her baby girl shot the dude that she didn't arrest and let him go as retaliation. So, okay. So let's see. It goes from there, and then it goes to Henry and Anna in the hatch. Now, this is where I was like, oh, I saw that a million miles away. So Henry is still on his hunger strike. Anna comes in, and she's being a tough ass, and she's like, you know, Henry, you know, we can make this better, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, she's like, he starts mumbling something. And she's like, did you say something? And she comes in real close, leaving herself all exposed. Well, Henry shoots up and grabs her by the neck and tries to strangle her. And he said, you killed 2 of us, 2 people that were leaving you alone. So she killed 2 of the others. And he's pissed about that. And he wanted to kill her. And then Locke comes in and saves the day and hits Henry over the head with his crutch. Yes. Perfectly unsentimental.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's brilliant done. Very direct. Yeah.
And then we go back in time and we see that Anna is no longer a police officer because she handed in her badge to her mom after her mom found out, whatever. And she's now working for TSA. And she gets invited by Jack's dad after she's having a drink after work at the airport. Jack's dad is going to Australia and he's like, oh, why don't you come to Australia? Why don't you come to Australia with me? And I'll give you a fake name. And I'm like, this is cringe. Like, I don't understand exactly what Jack's dad is trying to do, but whatever. And I have listed wild fate. Let's just let fate put us out to chance and come to Australia with me. Yeah.
You know what? I thought the cringiest part of that whole thing is that when he decides on Ana Lucia's nickname, he picks Sarah, which is technically Jack's ex-wife.
Yeah.
So like his ex-stepdaughter. That I thought was really weird. But
very strange. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at you for skipping the show last week of all the times it's possible.
I
know. we had our own stuff we were going through and we just needed a break. Yeah. So now we're back in the hatch and Henry because Locke wants to know, like, what the shit. And Henry says to Locke, you're one of the good ones. The man in charge. The man in charge is a great man. He's a brilliant man, but he isn't a forgiving man. And I failed my mission. And Locke's like, your mission? And Locke's like, I was coming for you.
Yeah.
So they have this real intense moment, and all of a sudden, here comes Jack, Kate, and Michael coming in to ruin everything, and now we have to focus on that. So Locke shuts the door, and all right, so it cuts from there, and it goes to Ana Lucia and Sawyer. And then it goes to, because she's looking for guns and Sawyer's like, go away, like, leave me alone. Then we cut to a lost weekend with Ana Lucia and Jack's dad, like just drinking for 24 or 48 hours. And then all of a sudden, Jack's dad shows up, knocks on the door, and he's like, oh, I'm glad you're up. It's time. And she's like, it's time. He's like, yeah, you're supposed to be like, whatever, his bodyguard, whatever the hell. And he goes to this house and he's knocking on this door and this lady answers. And he says, I want to see my daughter. What's that about?
Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that.
So
I'd forgotten that, guys. I'd forgotten that. And when it was happening, I was just like, oh my God, yes.
Because I missed that the first time. I knew that he was at a doorway and he was yelling things, but I wasn't reading the closed captioning. And when he said, he's like, I just want to see my daughter. And I'm like, oh, so Jack's dad likes to go and have like a life in another country and have a child over there. Is that what we're talking about? Like, is this why he's back in Australia?
There's a suggestion. That's why he's kind of on the rocks and he's a bit like lost because he's clearly fucked up somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's kind of drinking himself silly because he's ruined everything.
The problems are still there, dude.
Yeah. So
you're making them worse.
so that's clearly a problem that isn't going away.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how old his daughter is. The mother didn't look.
I know.
You know? So anyways, all right. So we get to Anna's following Sawyer. Anna wants guns. And now they're going to break out into a fight. And guess what? They fall to the ground.
And that's just how they fought, too. It was great.
That's it. So they fall to the ground. And what any chick would do if she had a goal to get a gun, you're going to lock lips and see what happens. Completely distract the man. And that's what happened. And Ana Lucia got the gun. She got dressed and she took off. And she's like, see ya.
The amount of times I've lost guns with that happening. This is lost count.
Did it happen in Australia?
He carries guns. He doesn't even need them, but he just thinks,
Yeah. He's like, and you know what the crazy thing was is in that Kumbaya episode, the episode before where everybody's on the beach, Sawyer's sitting there by himself, and who comes to hang out with Sawyer? Vincent. And Vincent wants a piece of his meat and runs away.
Yeah.
So that kind of solidified that Sawyer might be kind of lonely and he doesn't have anybody. So
Vincent was trying to get a gun as well.
Yeah. You know, I'm really done with the Sawyer Vincent friendship. I hope that goes somewhere.
I know. And it was funny because when Anna kissed Sawyer, he looked at her and he's like, this is this happening? And then he goes in more. Let's see. Okay, so
he was played.
He was what? He was played.
He was
played. Men are easy. Sorry. Let's see. Anna is following Sawyer. They fight, and it turns feral. That's what I have. And she steals his gun on the way out. Sawyer is running in. Oh, and then we're back in Australia. So it's Anna and Sawyer, or Anna and Jack's dad. Jack's dad opens the door, and who crashes into it? Sawyer.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm walking here. Like he's like he's Pacino.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Locke covers for Anna back at the hatch. Locke says, oh, the floor was slippery. She took a spill. It was my fault. You know, there was water. I cleaned it up. We're good. And she plays along with it. Like she knows what he was doing. Michael wakes up and Michael has a lot of information. He says 22 others are dressed like they're cult members and they're living in tents outside, which I don't believe. I think that is just a part of the costume, the character that they're playing.
Well, Kate would have known that was bollocks as well, wouldn't she? Kate would have recognized the
Kate would know.
Yeah, because she saw the costumes in the locker room, but she didn't say she hasn't said anything yet.
No.
You know. And they said, Michael said, most of them are old and half of them are women. And there are 2 people on guard in front of a hatch, 24/7, 2 guards, 2 guns all the time. So what are they guarding?
The hatch.
Well, the implication of course is that Michael is in the hatch and that they are guarding Michael.
Walt's in the hatch.
Walt.
Excuse me, Walt.
Maybe.
Walt is in the hatch. Yeah, and so Michael's like, hey, come on, we could take these guys. Let's all go. And
like how this is what infuriates me as a viewer is I know that Michael has something in his mind, but how do they know? Who know?
How do know?
How do the others know that Walter's special?
Oh. They just know.
They know all sorts of things about everyone, don't they?
Yeah.
Remember
you just don't know that you have telekinesis or mental, parapsychology capabilities just by looking at a name on a register.
No, when they met in the forest, when they had the fake beard and all that, and he was reeling off facts about them, wasn't he? And they were like, well, how'd you know that? And all that. Mm-hmm. So they know stuff about them.
And not only that, but they live on Woo Woo Island. And so they're very, they know all about the woo. And Walt is full of woo. He's Woo Woo Walt. So they just know.
He's King Woo, isn't he? He's King Woo.
He's a king of woo, so they know. They can tell right away. And so Michael tells this story. And even when I first watched it, when I didn't know anything yet, I was like, this story is bullshit. This is something doesn't add up here.
Yeah,
but does MJ? Do you think it's bullshit at the moment? How much do you know? How much are you taking from what Michael's saying? What do you think he's doing? What do you think Michael's doing?
I think Michael's plan for what happens in this episode and then in the next episode is he wants them to go and attack the others.
Right.
For what has happened that we're going to talk about pretty soon.
So why did he shoot himself? Do you know why?
Well, yeah, because he wanted to make it look like Henry did it.
Oh, right. So he could get them to to want to go and attack them.
So why do you think he let Henry out?
I think that Henry knows where Walt is, and I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to go down a rabbit hole with my thoughts, but,
no, but I don't think
there's some reason he did not kill him.
Yeah, it's different for us, but I was wondering where it sat for someone who hadn't seen the following episodes. That because I don't think you're supposed to know yet. You're not supposed to know.
He knows that Henry is important, and maybe that has to do with Walt's future or his safety or something. Maybe this is a trade-off. I'll let you go, but you help me.
Right.
That's the only thing that I could think of. There's some kind of a bargaining chip as to why he's still alive. There's
so
something.
Do you think he struck a deal with?
Yeah, do you think he made a deal with Henry Go?
Well, here's the thing: is that he was pointing the gun at. Oh no, that was Ana Lucia. There had to be something. There had to be something.
It's all off camera at the minute.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, he opened the door.
He was gone all of that time. He's been actually gone for a while. So there is the question, earlier where he never really explains why he was gone as long as he was. And so he was gone and something happened, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I was watching this episode and that shocking ending happened. But for me, and maybe it was different for those of you guys who saw it when it aired, but I remember as soon as that ending happened, and he shot Ana Lucia and he shot Libby, he opened the door, he let Henry out, and then he shot himself in the arm. As soon as that happened, it was pretty clear to me what was going on, at least on Michael's part. But I'm wondering, Gareth, do you remember when you first saw it? Was it clear to you at that point by the end of the episode what he was doing?
That's why I asked MJ, because I feel like I knew that he was being manipulated, but I didn't think it was Henry that was manipulating him. I thought it was something else was going on that I thought was going to get explained later, which it was. But I'm wondering. That's why I asked MJ if she thought it was Henry, or if it was just something else.
See, the other thing that runs through my head too, because I'm a very untrustworthy person when it comes to people, I'm wondering if Michael spent so much time over there that maybe he wasn't really just like an observer. Maybe he infiltrated and had contact with these others and is bringing their story back to the original camp.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
How long was he gone?
MJ, do you think he was brainwashed?
I don't think he was brainwashed. I think he could be influenced, but I don't think he was brainwashed. I think he knew exactly what he was doing, but the Libby thing completely caught him off guard and changed the narrative.
Yeah. He didn't mean to do that. He clearly meant to kill Ana Lucia because it was done very deliberately. But the Libby thing, he just turned around and it was just his hand.
Yeah, and that was more out of a reactionary thing.
Yeah.
She went in for the blankets and she surprised him. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe there was like metal in between the blankets. Maybe she was carrying like a lunch pail or something and they blocked the bullets.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Maybe she'll be okay. But yeah, so the whole thing with Michael, the interesting thing is that he's giving all these specifics about, the 22 others dressed in costume, that he didn't see Walt, that they have a hatch, like all of these different elements, but then he's going to let Henry out. So that there's something that I have two parts of an equation, but I don't have the middle yet.
I think we're kind of glossing over a little bit, though, that, I mean, Libby was an accident, but he very intentionally killed Ana Lucia.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, why do you think he did that?
Because he wants Henry to take the fall for that, to be the motivator for the original group to go after the others. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that I could think of.
Okay, and he says sorry before he does it, doesn't he? He says, "I'm sorry," and then shoots.
Yeah. Well, he's looking at the gun and he's like, "I'm sorry." So the stakes have to be high for him to, number one, take someone's life. Number two, take the life of somebody that is on the couch hanging out and just like, hey, what's up? His motivations were not fully tapped in with yet, but I'm thinking it could be one of two. It could be one of two things.
And what are those two things?
Either it's because he wants to go and get Walt, and he wants to, get Jack and Kate and Sawyer and everybody to follow him to go to the others, or he's working with the others and wants the same effect, but he's leading them into a trap.
So Constance thought Michael was trying to lead them into an ambush.
Yeah. Something doesn't pass the stink test with me.
Let's let Michael find Henry. He's doing whatever they want for Walt's sake in some way.
How long do you think he's been gone for? It feels like, about a week or so?
Who?
A few weeks. I think he's been gone for a few weeks, I think.
Few weeks?
Yeah, it feels like a few weeks, but it's hard to tell on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they say it was like 50 some days or something?
No? I think they said it was a few weeks, but I can't remember when.
I don't know.
Rose would know.
And Lucy is a good warrior. She had to go. She didn't have to go. She could have stayed and fought.
I'm glad she left. I didn't like her at all.
You never warmed up to Anna Lucia.
She grew on me, and I wanted Anna Lucia in the mix with Sawyer and Jack and Kate. Yep.
I never warmed up to Anna Lucia either, but losing Libby was rough, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh man,
she's a really nice character.
And let's just talk about, oh my God, how do we miss this? Okay, so Jack is looking for guns. Sawyer's reading a manuscript, and Jack decides to rip it out of his hands and put it in the fire. He's reading the book. He burned the last couple chapters of Sawyer's book. I would have fucking killed him. Don't forget, we're booktubers, people.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, oh my God. So
Sawyer's like, I was going to do a video on that next week.
Yeah. You ruined the end of my book, man. That was a manuscript. And he's like, where are the guns at, Sawyer?
I see my monthly wrap-up.
Whatever.
Can you imagine, though? Sawyer would have been the last one to ever read it, because then it's lost on an island.
Yeah.
I know.
Or maybe one of the only ones to read it.
I would change the title to Lost on an Island.
They made that book.
They did?
If you look at that book, it's called Bad Twin.
Yeah.
So that book exists. Yeah. I believe it or not, I actually can't remember if I have it or not. I'll have to check afterwards.
Okay.
It's sort of been 20 years ago, but I've seen it. So I don't know if I have it here somewhere.
I love it. So so the last two things that I have. So for everyone everyone that's watching out there has seen the show before. It's just me. So Michael shoots Anna Lucia as she's sitting on the couch. And then Libby comes in. He spins and shoots Libby twice in the torso. And that was not planned. And
every member of the audience goes,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
I'm thinking Anna Lucia is not dead. Libby probably is dead, but it's going to be a painful death. So I have written Michael shot Anna to place blame on Henry and get Jack fired up ? And then I said Libby was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And then I said, why did Michael let Henry go? So where my thoughts are when I was making these notes is where our conversation is, pretty much.
Did Michael know that Anna and Jack were kind of having a thing going on? I don't think he did, though.
I don't know why he would.
No.
I don't think so.
He wouldn't have cared about that.
I think just to get Jack fired up, that it's one of ours. He killed one of ours, and that's it. We're going to get him.
If someone else was in that hatch, it would have been them. He chose her because he could do that and then create the story because no one else was in the hatch. If Hurley was in there on his own, he would have shot Hurley.
If Locke was in there, would he have shot Locke?
That would have been horrible.
That would have been horrible. But
do you think he would have shot Locke?
He would have shot anybody, probably.
Yeah, I think
because he had a mission, right?
He's deluded. He wants Walt back enough to shoot anyone, I
Yeah.
think.
I think so too.
Except Jack, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There might be a couple of characters he'd be more intimidated by,
Yeah.
but he'd still try something, wouldn't he?
Well, he did have to wait until there was only one person left, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all pretty much pre-planned, I think.
Mm.
I don't know.
I wrote something here. I got a couple of things. Like Locke was totally being manipulated by Henry Gale in the episode.
He's so gullible, it's horrible.
He really is. Anna Lucia, a lost soul, her face at the end of the bar scene showed a person who'd lost purpose and was numb and drifting. That's what I wrote down for Anna Lucia in that bit where she's going off with Jack's dad. What's Jack's dad called again?
Off the Slayer.
Off the Slayer.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, we'll go with that. Yeah, and then Locke, he's about Locke lies about Henry attacking Anna Lucia.
Yeah, he covers for Anna.
And leaves Anna alone with Henry, and that's why Anna and Libby are shot. So it is kind of Locke's fault in a kind of indirect way.
Because he's not there.
Yeah. He sort of sets the situation up without realizing it, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
As always.
Yeah. Yeah, that time he's not manipulating people, but he's the catalyst anyway.
Is it, you know what? Oh, wait, hold on. Did
anyone think Michael could have been off the island?
Oh. I never thought that.
I don't think he would have gone off. I mean, unless he caught the food supply copter, but I don't think so.
Is anyone feeling like? Oh, sorry.
Constance is watching too, first time.
Yeah.
Woo!
I think if he'd gone off the island, I think he would have come back with reinforcements. If he'd to get Walt, he would have come back with people of some kind. So I don't think there's a sense that he's been off the island. I don't think.
I don't know.
Velvet Cheese wants to know what you think about Rose and Bernard's development as the episodes went on.
I think Velvet Cheese is a great name.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Do you want my cheese to feel like velvet? It's a strange mix. But yeah, no, I like Rose and Bernard's.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
So when they were able to do the whole thing and talk about it, when he finally realized why she doesn't want to leave the island, like that's when he clicked as a character for me, because that micromanaging thing just left a bad taste in my mouth. But when he realized what she was trying to signal to him and he was on board, I'm like, okay, we're good.
Well, that's true love, right? He's just like, okay, we're staying. Yeah. Whatever happens, I'm with you now, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's true
and
love.
like, don't, dude, I'm feeling good. Don't ask questions. Don't, ask questions of the island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I like about Rose and Bernard also is that they seem like a real couple. You know?
Yeah. Especially when she's like, well, you're a dentist. I love a good back and forth.
I just had a really weird thought. I just thought, does anyone else feel like Rose and Bernard are like an emotionally stable version of Jack and Locke? Where like Rose is kind of like Locke in that she's really in that belief of like,
I can't imagine Locke really being emotionally stable. I don't think he would be Locke.
Well, Jack either. But
that's true.
If Jack and Locke were a married couple and kind of stable, I think it would be Rose and Bernard.
Future selves.
I think Rose and Bernard are a lot like Scott and Steve, myself.
Yeah.
These are the kind of questions you ponder on your seventh time through.
Yeah. I gotta keep it interesting.
Yeah.
Thinking like a portal sucked him up and then sent him back.
Yeah, kind of like how he could take a bunker ride to Tatooine.
Yeah. Hey, Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Second Star Wars reference. I like it. Let's keep them coming.
So, what? Anything else on that one?
On that one,
I think that was the most exciting of the three.
it was a
for
brilliant
me.
episode. It was absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant episode. Every minute, it was.
Yeah.
You couldn't go off. Oh, I want to go off and put the kettle on. You're not gonna do that. You're like, you're
Right, but the strange thing is, we had such a heavy week last week. Like I was watching it and I fell asleep halfway. I had to go back and watch it.
Okay, I'll take it back. Maybe you're not riveted.
My nervous system was just shot from everything that was going on, and then I watched the whole thing over again from the beginning, and I'm like, oh, this is good.
Did you wake up? Did you wake up right in the last scene? Went, what the hell?
Actually, it rolled into the next episode.
All right, and
I saw Ana Lucia on the beach walking towards Mr. Echo, and I said, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Previously on Lost.
You thought there was an episode in between that you had just missed, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So even though
I thought the last episode was pretty good too. It wasn't as good as the episode before, maybe, but it was a pretty good episode.
Yeah.
The question mark.
Mr. Echo in this one. Oh, I love him now. Yeah.
He's gone prime woo, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm so down with the woo. Love it. Love it. All right, should we talk about the episode 21?
Yeah, question mark.
Yeah.
The fact there's an episode called question mark is awesome, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I had to rewind it just to make sure like it made a question mark. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The actual question mark. I love that. That was my favorite bit of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second.
I was like,
oh, that's nice. That's nice. They did that.
Look, wait a second. Is that a question mark? I think it is. So we're in the aftermath now. Oh, there's a lot to take care of. So we start off with Mr. Echo is having visions or dreams, and Ana Lucia and his brother say that John has lost his way. John Locke has lost his way, and you need to help him. Rest in peace, Ana Lucia, and Libby is alive.
Yeah, Michael's
he's not dead yet, and Michael is shaking in his boots.
Well, I remember watching this for the first time, and when she spits up blood, and suddenly we find out I jumped like 15 feet in the air. I was like, oh! Yeah, that was.
She's alive.
Yeah,
She's alive.
I remember thinking that that's where it was going to go. That was going to be like she's going to say what happened, then Michael's going to escape, and then they're going to chase after Michael. I thought that's going to be where it's going, and obviously it didn't. But
yeah, that's one of those weird scenes where you like the show makes you feel empathy for like a bad character. You know what I mean? Like you're so stressed. Like he just did an awful thing, and you're so stressed for him. You know?
But they keep doing that.
I wasn't stressed.
Like, oh my god, they're gonna find out.
I wanted them to find out. I'm like,
Well, I felt in this episode Michael went full villain. Yeah. You know, he took that turn, but in this episode, he certainly seems like the villain of the episode. Yeah. He's up to something bad, clearly.
For sure.
You know, after he did what he did, and now he's like, yeah.
But he's one of the most flawed characters because Dave said that he made us root for him a little bit, or at least feel some empathy. But they kept doing it anyway because he was a terrible dad. But we kept wanting him to have that relationship with Walt, even though he wasn't a good dad, and all that. There was loads of moments with Michael. You just think, well, he's not a great guy, but I feel for him, or whatever. And then,
I didn't feel for him one bit. No. No.
I don't know if you feel for him is right because obviously he did a bad thing, but you also
zero empathy.
You also think, I don't know, you're thinking because I don't know. Did you, Dave, feel like when you first watched it that you felt like he was under duress anyway, that it wasn't his fault necessarily, or there was something else going on, or?
Oh, the first time around, I don't remember what I don't remember what I
hard,
what I thought he was up to.
Yeah, we were Bernard's age, weren't we, when we first watched it?
Oh gosh.
Well, I think this episode I remember watching this episode specifically and feeling like Michael, clearly he's doing this for Walt, right?
Yeah.
This is the only thing that would Walt's safety is the only thing that would motivate him to do this. Unless he was somehow brainwashed, but that seems unlikely. And so I remember feeling like, okay, he's been with the others clearly, and they either made a deal with him or they're threatening Walt or something along those lines, and he's going to lead, our beloved characters into disaster. At least that's what it seems like he's going to do. And I think this episode kind of makes that clear, just how shifty he is.
Yeah.
And he just seems like suddenly he's the villain of the piece.
Yeah.
And so, there's still a lot of unanswered questions, but I think at this point, when I first watched it, that seemed clear. But you just don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
There's an amazing bit where Libby says Michael.
Yeah. And he's
Right
he's fine.
dies.
It's okay.
Yeah. Totally misunderstands what she's doing.
That's not what she's trying to say.
Yeah, she should try. She should have said two other words. It was Michael.
Yeah.
Classic script writing, that one.
Right. And then, wait a second, that just hit me. Okay, so, all right, mark this place. I want to come back to it. Mark this place.
Okay.
Okay, so, I have R.I.P. Anna and Libby's alive. Michael is screwed. John and Echo. So Echo and his miracle. That was strange.
Oh, with the backstory stuff.
Yeah, with the girl that drowned. The girl that drowned.
It's a bit weird.
And it was a little. I don't know.
And you reckon?
Well, the weirdest thing for me, the weirdest thing for me is that in this episode, Claire's psychic shows up.
Yeah.
And suddenly he's claiming to be a fake psychic.
Yes.
It's a
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep. Saying he was a fraud. Then we get into the question mark. So I guess was it a part of the vision that they had to find the question mark?
Yeah, he's because when he first goes out with Locke, and Locke's like, we've just wandered around for ages and we're not going where I think we should be going, so what's happening? And he says straight away, where's the question mark, John?
Yeah.
So he's got it in his head, he's got to find the question mark.
Right, because on the map there is a question mark on there.
Didn't when Echo was dreaming, didn't Anna Lucia say something like ask John to take you the question mark or something like that?
Yeah,
he did.
Something to that effect.
Yeah, and that he lost his way.
Yeah.
Constance wanted Anna Lucia to tell on him, I guess, in that dream.
Yeah. But it's not
by the way, Michael shot me. You forgot to mention that.
Hit him with your stick.
With your Jesus stick.
Yeah.
Is that what Charlie calls it? His Jesus
His
stick?
Jesus stick, yeah.
Yeah, and then I have written down, you hit me. I don't know exactly what that referenced. I don't remember. Echo calling John out on his dream. So did John have the same dream?
John had a dream where he was Mr. Echo.
Yeah.
And he was being led by his brother.
That's it. Yeah.
Up the cliff.
Yeah.
Because he tells Mr. Echo, and then Mr. Echo goes, right, okay, I know what to do then. And he goes up the cliff face thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's when he finds the question mark, which is very cool. He's like, there's nothing up here. It turns around and there's a really cool natural question mark that's been left there. Because there's salt there, isn't there, which meant it created the question mark's shape.
Yes. The way that they edited this episode, my notes are kind of weird, so just go with me. So Echo calls John out on his dream, and then we're back in real life, and Kate is telling Hurley from afar, and you can tell that Hurley is distraught over Libby's. I don't think she's dead yet, but she got shot.
Yeah.
Then Echo sees his brother Yemi and follows him into the jungle in a dream, climbing roots and falls, but it was John's dream, not Echo's.
Yeah.
And then I said, when did John become? And then when did Locke become so anti-woo-woo? Because he's kind of like.
Yes, this is, what I said earlier that I was going to say something. I wanted to make sure I do it as a question, because then if I was missing something or if I was saying something was wrong. But you've just said exactly what I was thinking. It seemed uncharacteristic for him to then just like lose all that faith stuff and go, well, this is a bit weird. Mr.
Yeah.
Echo, when he was the one being all weird for
Right.
however 50 episodes or something.
And it's
now
not
he's-
weird. It's not weird. It's woo woo. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that, but only on the second watch, because I watched it twice. The first time I was just like happily just watching it. Second time I was like, hold on a minute, why have they got Locke doing that? Because it did seem a bit strange.
Yeah, well,
Because
Locke is having a crisis of faith because he can't help, because he'll believe anything you tell him, and so he can't help but believe what Henry was telling him about not pushing the button.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I think the whole time probably, he believed the button, is important and that's his destiny or whatever. But at the same time, he can't help having doubts.
Yeah, because at the
And
moment he doesn't know anything else. He hasn't been shown the thing that really freaks him out. So the button thing is still real for him. But he would have had. He also had this other thing in his head that Henry Gale gave him when he said, "I was looking for you. I was coming for you." So that might be playing in his head. But it still seemed a bit like they had to have Locke there, so that Locke was in that Pearl Station. So Locke needed to be there. But if they wanted a character to be, this is a bit weird. They probably should have had a third character there, because it did seem a bit strange that Locke was doing that.
Yeah.
It didn't really seem strange to me, because I really feel like Locke doesn't know what to believe, and so suddenly he's convinced himself that the button is useless and that he's just been wrong the whole time, because Henry has gotten into his head, and so he doesn't know what to think.
I don't
so
think
suddenly
he thinks that
he
yet.
doubts it.
I don't think he thinks that yet. I don't think he doubts it yet. That's what's coming out.
Well, he said himself in this episode that my whole life is as useless as that button, right? And so clearly he thinks the button is useless.
Well, does he say that before they get to the station?
Yeah.
Well, he says that in the station.
Yeah.
He says it right after they watch the movie, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So before he gets to that point, I don't think he is funny. I don't think he is cynical about the button until that moment.
So you don't think he believed Henry? I think
he believes Henry. I think he's confused. I think he's definitely confused.
Yeah.
And
I think
it just keeps going back and forth. It could be that.
I think that's where his crisis was, and I think that's why he's lost his way.
Yeah. Because I agree with what Michael's saying, and I agree with what you're saying too. I think it's just it's the timing as to how everything is playing out is leading him to question his own belief system, and it's not until they land on the question mark that it gets reinforced. Is that
because they watched the movie.
Yeah.
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 I mean, that's such an amazing moment, because it's literally, that film is going, we're going to watch people press a button and see what, just some psychological experiment. Like, what the hell?
So here's the thing. So back to that moment where I said, remember this. So if that's like all recording stuff on cameras, even though it didn't really look operational, do they have Walt on tape shooting people?
Somewhere.
Michael.
Did I just make everybody go like this? Because it's an observation station.
Yeah, they would have seen it, wouldn't they? Because they that's where the cameras are facing, so they've seen all that.
Yeah.
But only if somebody was in that station to watch, because so far we don't know that it's being recorded at this point. We don't know.
But the one thing we do.
Wait, does that change?
There's an implication. There's a suggestion from the whole everything we know about the other so far. There's a suggestion that they've got the upper hand all the time.
Yeah.
So I definitely thought first time round that they are watching everything all the time. That they are observing them even in the camp, regardless of the cameras. And then the cameras was reinforcing the idea they were watching everything that was happening in the and they are clearing out whenever, because we know that it wasn't that long between when they were disguised and when they put the disguises down in those cupboards, when Kate and Russo went in that place. There wasn't a big gap, so we know they're clearing out quickly. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of support for the idea that they would have been watching everything play out with Michael.
Yeah.
You know, I think.
I'm just looking at my notes, and as I go down, I have no idea what I'm talking about here. You guys are gonna have to help me. I have no idea. I go down a black hole, I think.
Wow, that bad.
Okay. So I wrote, "Oh God, the psychic." So the psychic shows back up. The daughter, I said, "Is she possessed?" ? We find the question mark in the ground after they go on this little thing, and it's basically the airplane with the salt creating the top of the question mark. Then they go on a dig, and there's another hatch, and this is the Pearl. This is the Pearl Station on the map. Libby and heroin. I wrote down, "Where's Michael's head at?" So did Jack want the heroin to ease the pain?
Exactly.
Or to end her life?
No, he just wanted to ease her suffering.
Yeah, he says just before he gets it, he says she's there's no chance of saving her. He's just got to make it less painful.
Right. Okay. Then I have down the hatch we go, the room, and then no printer in the history of men has ever turned on so fast. They go into this hatch. And they're like, turn the printer on, and it pops right on. I have to freaking cycle mine through.
Well, this is the old school 1980s printer where it didn't do much except print.
Yeah, they were good.
You know, it didn't have to. Yeah.
They used to make them to last in those days, didn't they, Michael?
My God. And then
you had to put the paper in with the little holes on the side so it could roll. Yeah.
Those old dot matrix printers.
Okay, and
exactly.
This is where it gets weird. I have bank messaging system.
Oh, you mean because of the tubes? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, the pneumatic tubes.
That's so cool. It's like a bank deposit messaging system.
MJ, put a pin in that as well. That's important.
Yeah.
That's important.
Is that important?
Remember that.
Remember that.
Really?
So good. So good. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
okay, and then I have the Pearl in big letters, and then I have the Palo Ferry. What's the Palo Ferry? Oh, the Palo
where was
Ferry.
The Palo Ferry?
The Palo Ferry was the boat that came. Was it the boat that came for Walt? Was that it?
Where was it written?
I don't know if it was written, but I wrote it down.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe you're getting psychic messages.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm woo-woo. I know these things. But yeah, the Palo Ferry. There was a mention of a Palo Ferry.
I don't know. Okay.
Maybe
we'll have to put a pin in that.
Maybe it was in the film. I don't know. But that's where my notes end.
We used to call my Uncle Ted the Palo Ferry.
So yeah.
Okay.
So what did you guys think of episode 21?
Brilliant.
I thought it was excellent. Yeah.
Loved it.
There was a lot of confusing things for me, but you probably wouldn't guess.
Wait, after 7 watches? We should have answers.
I keep out finding new confusing things. No, the first thing that was so confusing is, okay, so Locke, I'm going to complain about him again. He goes through, so he sees this map on the glass door and then copies it from memory on this piece of paper. Mm-hmm. And then you see all through the episode, he's kind of looking at it, like trying to figure out what it is. Mm-hmm. And I think he was just, I can't remember if he was taking Echo directly to the plane or if he was following his sort of map to see, I think there's a question mark on the map or something.
There is.
But clearly he finds out that there's a correlation between where the plane is and his little map. So his map is accurate. So I didn't get why he just put it in the pneumatic tube. Should just be like, okay, bye-bye now. Like, why wouldn't he keep the map and be like, oh actually, let's look at where the other things
He has it committed to memory now.
I got
he doesn't need it.
It was the only bit of paper he had on him, and he was using it to see what happened. I genuinely think.
Yeah, he didn't need it, so he thought he was tested too.
Maybe, I don't know.
Then,
the other things.
Where's it going? Where are these messages?
Yeah, where is it going?
Because there was a TV writer who was like, "We got to put something in the tube to make people understand how it works." Yeah.
I mean, he worked so hard. I was thinking the same thing. I mean, he worked so hard on that map, right?
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Why would you could have stuck a million things in that tube?
It's so detailed too, because it's like from memory. I don't know how much you could get. you know, when there's so much detail. Yeah. Also, it's kind of, this is a little bit more nitpicky, but I was confused how they didn't see the question mark the first time around, because you're in a jungle and it's weird to have, you know, like, I guess we're used to it, to seeing paths when you go to the forest or the jungle or whatever.
Because you see it
people
from that
use
height
them regularly.
They didn't go on that height, up that high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably wasn't really visible
like, you
to
know,
them on
you're
the ground.
walking and then all of a sudden there's like a random patch of nothing. It's pretty square too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have put 2 and 2 together. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, that was that. Also, I just feel like the more I don't know if it's warranted or not, but it seems that Locke is just reverting to being more and more gullible, but not in a doubting himself kind of way. Just even before Henry started confusing him, he just, I don't know. Compared to season 1, he's so much more manipulative. He's so much, I don't know. There's just something about it that's just, I don't like it.
Very, very
I think that's just Locke's character, though. I mean, he always, belief is always his go-to. You know?
Yeah, but it's not really...
You tell him something, and you know he can't help but put some stock into it. Especially, you know,
I think in season 2 he's more manipulated than manipulative.
Yeah.
Well, I agree.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like that one scene, I'm not sure if it was this episode or the episode before, but when you know, Anna Lucy, or when Kate, Jack come in with Michael, and he's like, Jack, I need to talk to you. Like, I need to talk to you about the guns or whatever. And it seemed as if he was trying to you know, establish some type of communication that would show trust, that would show that I'm not trying to keep anything from you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But as soon as Henry Gale's in it, he's just got this relationship with Henry Gale, isn't he? He's trying to figure out what's going on with him. Yeah. He feels important. It's all about him. He's not even focused on the rest of the island.
Right.
From the moment he turns up.
Yeah.
So
Locke hadn't at this point, until this point, he hadn't had any experience with a character like Henry. You know, and so we have this character who Henry. So he knows how to push Locke's buttons. He knows how to work his head. You know?
Yeah.
And Locke hadn't had to deal with that.
Where are you going, Henry?
I know it's not his name. It's probably Mortimer.
Yeah. Oh, how'd you know?
Mortimer.
Mort.
Yeah, I mean, his character certainly evolves a lot in this season, but like Mike mentioned before, the crisis of faith, and I think that's part of it. I think he's got multiple crises, but he, you know, like in season 1, he was very confident and in control of things, and we see that totally unraveling in season 2.
Yeah,
some of it's his faith, some of it's like his leadership control. You know, he's like totally falling apart, and that is mostly attributable to Henry.
Right?
I mean, like
Mortimer, you can say it now.
So in his head with Mortimer.
Mortimer.
Thinking about it, he's out on his own, isn't he? Because in the first season he's manipulating everybody else.
Yeah.
And because in the second season, so much of it is him focused on Henry, and Henry's not a part of the main cast in that sense. He's not on their side or whatever.
Yeah.
He is on his own. John Locke has now become detached from everybody else as far as like, you know, the kind of motivation and their sense of what's going on. You know, he's not part of the team. He's something else. He's now separated, which is interesting.
I think half of him is still there. I think half of him is still, you know, Hatch oriented, you know, Jack and Kate and everything. But I think the other half of him wants to break away and see, you know, what Henry's role is. What's my role? What was Henry talking about? What was Mortimer talking about?
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think maybe he took a first hit to the ego when Sawyer conned everyone out of their guns, and then he's like, well, actually maybe I'm not in control.
That was a big
And
moment.
Yeah.
I think at
You're
that
right.
point he's like, all right, I'm just gonna whatever with these people, and I'll
Mhm.
just do
Yeah,
the
I
woo
agree.
stuff. Maybe.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, you're right.
he is definitely the target of Mortimer's um what do you call
Right.
it? Nations, you know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
I mean, Henry is specifically trying to mentally unravel him. Like first, like he does all that stuff with, that Jack's actually in control, not him, and then he does all this stuff
It's
about the
intentional.
button
Well,
and trying to compromise
Mortimer's
his
much
faith
better
and-
at it than Locke is. Mortimer is very, very good. One of the
Mm.
best people in any series
Right.
that does that.
Because when you can control a room with just your energy, just
Without being
just
in the
sitting
room.
there, just being there, and like
Being locked up
staring
like in an
off.
adjacent room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
He-
That's almost like cult status. Do you know what I mean?
He
Oh,
was,
yeah.
he was
Like,
a
is
prisoner.
Mortimer the head of a cult?
That's so typical though when you're I'm sorry, I listen to a lot of podcasts, but when you're a cult leader and you want to get people, you isolate them first and then you're like,
Yes.
whatever, maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that's how people get groomed into right-wing
Yeah.
organizations as well, and all sorts of things like
Yeah.
that. It's true.
But yeah,
Mhm.
if you notice, Mortimer doesn't blink a lot, and that's intentional. That's to make you feel creepy. They did that with Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs. He doesn't blink in the whole movie.
Oh yes.
I've got a feeling that that actor, what's his name, Michael Emerson, isn't it? I think he does that
Mortimer.
every show. I don't think no, the actor.
He just doesn't blink. Yeah.
I think he plays the same kind of thing in a lot of shows he's in.
He's not a nice guy.
He's so good at it.
Yeah,
He's not a love interest.
Oh wow! Can you imagine if he played Sawyer? That would be well weird.
That'd be funny.
Good.
You know
and,
what?
and Lucia jumping on him to nick his gun.
Woo.
No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
I was a little confused about Celeste was talking about the thing she was confused about. I was a bit confused about the scene where Echo went to investigate the drowning or the coming back to life or whatever, and like I just feel like there was more to that scene that I didn't really grasp. You know what I mean? Because like there's Echo who like wasn't a priest, but now he's acting like a priest, or he's faking priest. Now he's actually like a priest. There's the psychic there that was saying he is a fraud, although he ended up later, at least, not being a fraud, right? And that when the girl, that Charlotte girl, that was the victim of the drowning, that they were saying was that they were just pretending.
Was that his daughter?
That was his daughter, and he was saying that his wife and his daughter were just pretending because they were mad about his thing. But then she actually did have that experience with and goes to tell Echo in the airport that I saw your brother and you'll see him again. I felt like there was a lot to that, but I didn't get what the point of all that stuff was.
No, I thought it was a bit messy, really. I didn't really get a lot from it.
I honestly think it was just one of those moments where they wanted to drop in on Echo and just have him believe a little bit more in the unexplainable. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's
One
true.
of those weird things. Yeah.
Because like at the point in the flashbacks, when the flashbacks begin, he's not into woo. He doesn't believe the woo. And so you had to ease him into the woo.
Yeah.
And then he goes to Woo Island, and it's like there's nothing but woo in this place.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And a big stick.
Nothing but woo.
He's drenched in woo.
Yeah.
And a big stick.
I guess that makes sense because like when he first gets picked to be the one to go investigate it, it's his whatever priest boss or whoever's in charge of him. He says says that's why he picked him to do it because he's inclined to not believe that it actually happened.
Yeah.
The
well, when we know that he was pretending to be a priest in the first place. So
Right.
Yeah.
And the fact that the daughter drove from her house to the airport to meet Echo to relay this message, it had to be pretty important.
For sure.
But even though we're all justifying that whole thing, I do think it's one of the weakest backstories we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Weakest part of his backstory. I thought the rest of it was really strong.
Well, in previous episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the rest of his backstory is amazing, but I
Yeah.
thought that one was a little bit.
Just this little part is
this little set of flashbacks. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing with the coroner and the tape was chilling, to say the least. You know, like that left a memory with me for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there wasn't enough room to really tell the story that the backstory was trying to tell, because there was too much else going on in the episode.
Yeah.
You know, this
maybe
outside of the flashbacks, there was so much going on that they couldn't really delve into it as much as they probably should have in order to convey the message they wanted to convey with the flashback.
Yeah.
Which will happen because we're rolling to the end of the season, and so all this stuff is these episodes are pretty dense.
Yeah, and now we're into the end of the season. What's on the island is a lot more important than the characters. You know, so that's true as well. They probably know that we are what we want to focus on the island.
Well, I think that this flashback had another purpose, which was to reintroduce Claire's psychic and have us think, oh, wait, so he thinks he's a fraud, so maybe he doesn't know he's the real deal. Or like something about that. Something about the psychic.
But I don't think that the flashbacks really made the point clear, though. So whatever it's trying to do.
Oh, it didn't. No.
And it wasn't very convincing in either way, because he seemed so convinced.
It was a 3-second interaction anyway. So
yeah. It was enough as a viewer where you recognize it and you're like, oh my god, that's Claire's psychic. And next scene, you know,
just a little cameo.
Yeah, that's it. One of those little deals.
Yeah.
So the next 3 is the season finale.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're at the end of the season.
Now,
wait, hold on.
So we got
to talk about Libby's death.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh, that was so sad. And you know what I think I loved about that scene is that Libby really hasn't been there that long. I mean, I don't think anyone, well, I think people in the room were crying for Libby, but everyone was mostly crying for Hurley.
Yeah.
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 Although I did like her as a character. I thought she was a really good character in a sense that I felt like it was the show. It felt like the show had lost a good character that we would have liked.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the shocking thing for me when this happened is that it seemed like the show was building up to her character, because you know we saw her in the institution, and so she knew Hurley, and you would think that they were going to explore that.
Oh yeah.
You know, like there was going to be this whole thing with Libby, and it just seemed like they were going to be focused a lot more on this character, and then she's dead. And
I thought it was really cool how she had that thing going on with Claire too, where she was helping her remember memories.
Yeah. A couple of things from Constance here. 3 women have died from gunshot wounds. Have they all been to the abdominal area?
Oh, that's interesting.
I think
linking that to pregnancy, is it? Oh.
Yeah, Anna Lucia and Libby were, because she was holding the blankets. So Anna Lucia was just lying down, but Michael shot her in the stomach area.
Where was Shannon shot?
She was shot
in the stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Shannon and Anna Lucia at least had both just gotten busy right before they were shot in the stomach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Anna Lucia had a whole thing in her backstory about
we're blowing MJ's mind here. Look at this.
Is this going to tie into religion or something? You know.
Well, I'll tell you what. I remember the first time I watched it. Me and my wife said to each other when Shannon died that she was being punished for having it off with Saeed too early or something. There was some punishment element going on, and whether or not that's true for Anna Lucia, because she killed the guy that and shot her. but then Libby didn't do anything wrong, so that takes away that theory, doesn't it? So
Well, that we know of.
You only see her on camera. You don't know what she's doing off camera.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's a bitch.
Here's the thing with me. I was more shocked at Ana Lucia, and with Libby, her death was a letdown to me because I had questions with Libby that will never get answered.
I really wanted her character to be around for longer.
You know, like I want to know why she what.
Well, no, I was just thinking, you're exactly right. I think everyone's got those questions, and they put those questions there. And so often when you get these series that are running for a while and they've got an ongoing story, an actor says, I don't want to do this anymore. And then they have to write them out. And if you took away Libby's death, everything else would play out the same. Because what Michael was doing with Ana Lucia would still be there. His plan would still have worked. And they might have added that Libby thing because the actress went, I don't want to do this anymore. You know. No,
she and Ana Lucia's actress were caught with a DUI, so they kicked him out.
But what I read was
wait, this is real life stuff now for the actresses? Is that what happened?
Oh yeah,
they got DUIs.
Yeah. And I think they were also.
So they were planning to have Libby's character there for longer, then clearly, but then they decided not to because of that with the actress.
It all comes back to Jack Stad. It all comes back to Jack Stad.
It's just it messes everything up with it.
Yeah, I mean, with a name like Christian Shepherd.
Player.
Yeah, I don't know how long they were planning on having those characters, but I think both of them got DUIs at the same time. I think they were out together actually. And then I think they were not the greatest on set, if my understanding is right. So they just decided to be like, okay, bye.
Oh, see, I thought Michelle Rodriguez, her career started taking off with Fast and the Furious. So I thought she wanted to exit stage left so she could go to the movie.
No.
I've heard like a million different things about the situation over time. And I've heard that the actress who plays, I forget her name, Michelle Rodriguez?
Mm-hmm.
Ana Lucia.
Yeah, she never wanted to be on the show that long anyway, because she had other things that she wanted to do even before she started.
Mm-hmm.
And I just heard different things. So who knows?
Lost lore. I love the lost lore. Lore.
Have you, MJ, have you seen there's a whole website called Lostpedia?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, don't go there. Don't go there.
The only thing I did was I looked for a map of the island and I found Rousseau's map, and then the map that Locke saw, I screenshotted it with my phone, and I was going to upload it to ChatGPT and say like, what's this? But I didn't.
Don't ask too many questions to the internet.
No. Nigel knows where I am, and he knows no spoilers.
Yeah, we shouldn't nobody see this until it's all finished, but there's a really good YouTube channel called Lost Explained. And it's really goes in because he'll refer back to, this happens in season 1, episode 5, because this happens in season 5, episode 2. And he's very good at mixing it all together and joining the dots. So.
I actually thought this week of going back to that podcast that I used to listen to when I was trying to get into it, and going back and listening like with them as they're going through the show.
Right. Yeah.
I thought that would be kind of cool.
Because they wouldn't do spoilers, would they? So that'd be all right.
No, because they wouldn't know.
Yeah, but don't watch Lost Explained yet. But afterwards, watch
no.
Don't watch any of that.
No. I like being a blank tablet and not knowing anything.
It's his real name because of the comment from several shows back told us. Oh yeah, someone.
Mortimer.
It's religion. Straight go. Nope. Weird stuff going on in the chat there.
Oh.
Interesting thought, Gareth.
Interesting
thought, Gareth.
There's more weird stuff going on. No, nobody would think I had an interesting thought. So that's spam.
So totally randomly, I thought it was very cool when Jack made good on his promise that to Sawyer that when I want the guns, I'll get the guns.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll throw your book in the fire while I'm at it.
Yeah, the last couple chapters, you jerk.
Rude.
Somebody
more
doesn't like
reason to
Jack.
hate Jack.
Yeah.
I'm not Team Jack. I'm still Team Locke and Team Sawyer. So are
Well,
these three?
Sawyer certainly seems.
Oh, are we stuck?
Michael's stuck.
Michael's
Michael?
stuck.
I'll try to wake him up.
Michael?
He got stuck in the woo woo.
I'll stroke him.
He looks
Olive's
very,
here.
For
he looks
Rob
very
Mike,
pensive right there.
There
There he is.
See?
Seriously?
I rubbed it, and it came back.
You were totally frozen.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I defrosted you.
I appreciate it.
Anytime, mate.
So what were you saying? We didn't hear what you said. Whatever it was you said.
I was saying Sawyer is becoming his regular self again after being evil Sawyer for like a bit in the season.
Well,
He seems-
because he got laid. That's why.
Oh, you think that's what did it?
No, that is regular Sawyer. He just goes around getting laid.
I think he's just becoming socialized Sawyer.
Yeah.
I think he became real Sawyer for a sec there, and then he's like, all right, hold on.
When Vincent is the only one that likes you, that's a sign.
Oh, I apologize for that comment. But if he's a more socialized Sawyer, it's like more Sawyer.
Wait,
That's like a
what?
dad
What?
joke. That's like a dad
That's
joke.
yeah.
That's bad.
Interesting
I think
thought, Garrett.
All time.
Yeah,
That was bad.
exactly.
So are the next
So,
three
yeah.
episodes like going to be like as good as the finale for season 1 or the last three
No,
episodes?
it's never going to be good again.
No?
It just sucks. Jeez.
Like,
MJ,
is there going to be a cliffhanger?
The next
They're
three
good.
episodes
No.
are amazing.
On this show,
Don't build me up just to let me down, guys.
Yeah. No,
No.
you'll like it. You'll like it.
You'll like the last.
Is there more hatch? Is there more hatchables?
More hatchables.
Is it more
Hatchables.
More hatch?
You want more hatches?
I love the hatch. I want to find the rest
okay.
of them.
How many?
I
do you know
I
already?
can guarantee you more hatch. There will be more hatch.
More hatch.
100%.
Let's jungle.
Will we find out what Mike's been up to, MJ?
Find out. Oh, we do?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So we see his backstory where he was for the last however many weeks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You get a lot of answers
Yeah.
and
Okay.
even more questions.
I bet I'm gonna get.
Get ready. Get
Yeah.
ready to be high. Get ready to be really stressed.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah,
I bet
big
I'm gonna
time.
get mad. I bet I'm gonna get mad.
You'll get mad.
I think
Well,
you will.
I think this entire series is about people being manipulated,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of that coming up. There's a lot
and
of
us
that.
as viewers too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, you'll be like, what? And all that. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll enjoy it.
Okay, I'll get it. I'll get it going in the group chat. What is going on?
Yeah. Can't believe that happened.
What?
That's
This is
what's
bullshit.
Who's that? Oh, Mortimer.
Mortimer.
Actually, I can't
Well-
wait because I know there's one thing specifically you've been wanting to know about, which we haven't talked about today, that you'll get an answer.
And now we can't.
Yeah, it feel like a spoiler now, wouldn't it? If you say what it is.
I'm not saying what it is. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
I'm building it up, but you'll see. You'll love
All
it.
right. Well, I'm gonna watch 22 tonight, so I'm off to work tomorrow. So.
And then, then she'll watch 23, and then she'll watch.
You'll be like, no. Yeah, it's called 3
Mhm.
minutes, isn't it? It's only 3 minutes long, isn't it? This next episode.
Pretty much.
Oh. I'm actually surprised how fast they go. Like they're only 42 minutes or something
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
You know?
But they feel like
even
5
with
minutes.
even with the dumb Hulu commercials or whatever.
Oh, I've got this bloody Subway commercial that happens every time. It's exactly the same because it's been sponsored by Subway. It's exactly the same thing all the time, about 4 times an episode. It's like the same music comes up and you go, "Oh, shut up."
Yeah.
If I want a Subway, I'll get a Subway. All right,
All right.
leave me alone.
See,
I'm gonna get a Subway now. It's 2 a.m. Go on.
a long time ago, I just got digital copies of all these episodes, so I don't have to worry about it. Because I knew I was going to rewatch it someday. I'm going to rewatch Lost one of these days. I was just waiting for years until this happened.
It's the woo woo because we all got together and said, "Hey, let's watch Lost."
It was my
Yeah.
destiny.
Wow.
So true.
Yes, we will be here next week to discuss the final 3
Oh,
episodes
brilliant.
of the
Velvet
Yes.
Cheese is a new regular.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
committing to
Good
being
chat.
here next week for sure.
Yeah,
Well
unless
done for-
unforeseen circumstances happen.
Mhm.
We need a break.
But
Yeah,
I
if
don't
any
think
one
so.
of us forgets to press a button or something during the week, then we'll have
You
to
have to
postpone
press
it.
it. 180 minutes. Keep pressing it, Dave.
I might be going off rescuing my son, so you might miss me for that reason. That sounds a bit real life, doesn't it? I'm just a stupid reference, Michael.
Yeah,
My son's fine.
I thought you meant you might have something to do on Sunday.
No, I don't think I have. Yeah.
But just tell your son he shouldn't need rescuing on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Or
He
something.
loves. He's a
4
big fan of yours. So I was
p.m.
hoping he'd join us in some of these because he loves it. But
Really?
He loves it.
Oh, you should
He
totally
absolutely
do
loves
that.
it. Yeah. But he doesn't listen to anything I say. So
Cool. All right. Good chat, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks to everyone for being
Thanks.
here.
yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next Sunday.
Yeah. For the end of
For
season
the
2.
season finale.
Yeah.
Finally, answers revealed. Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see. Oh, I
More
can't wait to get to
questions.
that bonus DVD in the box set.
We finally meet Gwendolyn.
Who?
I made it up.
All right. Bye, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.